Come and get it. Oh shit! Brady just said he came off rest week, but I was like, yo, how was that? That's funny. What up, Memphis Peddler? Free tips at evoke.bike. Hit me up. Also, Brendan at evoke.bike. If you like the video, give it a like. People are like, yo, it's a cool video, but nah, I'm not going to like it. Please like it. We need those likes. Show us that what we're doing is something you enjoy. So I trimmed this down 20 minutes or less, just the big hits. Decent sized group. And as you can see, the miles per hour is not working. Apparently I selected the wrong button. Watts are in the middle above the Garmin sign. The watts to the right are 30-second average, which are less cool during this type of group ride because the efforts are all really short. But it was mostly Los Locos guys. That's this girl Alex that I met after the ride. She smashed. If there's any females or males in Memphis, that was rude of me, that want a fast rider, she's one. There's Brady with his white gloves. I decided to bridge up to this group early and see what's crack-a-lackin'. There's like 5-10 guys. Getting ready to go. You know, the beginning is usually fast, and I like to just make it faster. So sitting in a little bit, just seeing who's where, who's doing what. Really, there's not a sprint until we go over 240. So decided to go to the front here and just go hard. So I look around, and I'm thinking somebody probably came with me. Like I didn't really attack, I just went faster. And we're coming around this corner here, and it ends up just being me, and I look back at Luke. And really, the reason I was on this group ride was I wanted to get some reactive stimulus where it is 4 days before my first road race. I'm actually doing a twilight crit on Friday at Tour North Georgia. I look back and just rolling, and I'm like, okay, no one's coming, so I guess I'm gonna chill. And then Luke came around, and I think Luke was a little tired today. Wasn't really pedaling too hard. Got that bright light. So kind of pulled the plug, let him roll, let the group come back. I'm like thinking, all right, people will go fast into the climb over 240, which is, if you're not from Memphis, in like 5 minutes. Not even that. Here comes the group, so I start ramping it up. They get on my wheel. I'm like, let's just go. Dun, 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 dun. People weren't really animated. And this is my first peddler this year, so somebody was like, yeah, dude, if you go too hard, people just don't want to chase after you, which I don't think is true because when the 90 West dudes are there, they're throwing off fireworks, and people might have just been tired. So kind of ramped it to the stoplight and then was like, oh, okay. There is I've been looking back on Strava on this route here, and there is Dory has like the overall course record. I think it's like 30 minutes. I might try and smash that next time and just go really hard. So this is the lead into, where are we here? Come to 240. This next clip is a couple minutes. What kind of watts do you have to have to get across the bridge in the front group? About 1,000 and a little bit less. Went super deep, but it's only 30 seconds, so it's a good one. Here we're gonna come up past this liquor store. And yeah, there's not much to say. We're just doing 550, crushing, going harder. This is usually when like Richard Patterson comes out and it's like, we'll rip it together. Demo usually tries to get away. Where was Chuck Bolton, man? You said you were gonna be on this ride, or actually that was last week. Needed a few more 901 guys, and Brady, as you heard, was, I guess, coming off rest week. Don't worry, I looked at his training peaks. He wasn't coming off rest week. That was 2 weeks ago. So he had no excuse. And we wait until the light turns green. There we go. Green light. It's like 5:45 in the morning right now, so not that it makes it okay. But the internet police, yeah, that's just what happens. All right, so I think Brady's going to go up the road at this point with that other guy from Los Locos. I'm like, cool, that'll be fun. I'll bridge up later. People will get animated. Nope, this was kind of the ride right here. No one really wanted to do much. So with 13 minutes left in this video, this guy was rolling hard, and he almost got away at the very end on the race to Yates. But again, people kind of like lollygagged, and usually the race is on the last climb, but we just blasted it really hard in the first climb. We'll see that in a couple minutes. So Brady and them go up, kind of chase. Come on, you're almost there. And then I'm like, okay, see you guys. And this is going up over 240. You really kind of gotta, I mean, I go at the same place every time there just to make it longer, really long, super hard effort, or sometimes wait and just crush here. Once it starts, the incline starts about 3%, and get to the top. And I had no friends, so I waited. But I really think next time I want to blast that course record. That'd be kind of cool. And I also realized that there's a KOM right after the Messick sprint, which is this one. So I let a few guys go up the road. People usually go fast here. We get moving. And I was like, you know, I don't still want to sprint someone. I just want to go hard for like 30 to 60 seconds. I'm not going to win like an up sprint. So tilts up a little bit, smash it. Dude stayed on my wheel this entire time, which was pretty awesome. And I thought he was maybe going to come around me. So I'm gassing it here. I'm like, I'm going to drop him by the time I catch this dude. Still didn't drop him. Still didn't drop him. I wish I had the rear camera going. Fly by this guy. At this point, my legs are freaking on fire. And I'm seated, just smashing to the finish line. I'm like, don't come around me. I forgot my heart rate strap this morning too, by the way, because that's what happens when you leave at 5 in the morning. So I was pretty pleased to hold 6+, 7+ for that long. And I forget who that was, but thank you for pushing me. That hurt. And then this is the KOM that I want. It's like a 30-second rip, but I felt like I was going to kind of look like a D if I just like took off from the stoplight. You know, it's fun to ride with people too a little bit, as opposed to just trying to hammer it every second, and no one was really going for that one. So maybe another day. The group has started to thin out. I think there were maybe 10 more people there when we started. It seemed that way at least. And this is just a little jaunt through the park. I'm going to trim this out. So Brady and Luke are up there, and I'm like, yo, let's get Gucci. Let's get out of here and go. I'm like, yo, let's go. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. So I gas it, and we had to say goodbye to Luke pretty quickly. Adios. Au revoir. I feel like I should know goodbye in another language. And as you can tell, the numbers of the day. Ooh, 585, that's my old area code. The number of the day is like 550 to 650. That's going to put some hurt on people. I'm 81 kgs. If I'm honest with you right now, I'm 82. and sometimes 83. Excuse me, I'm not 81 right now. I need to hit the conversion. I'm either 82 on the low end. I've been seeing 84, 185. I think from all this freaking riding, I was retaining a ton of water and I just can't shed it. And with races coming up, I just don't even worry about it. It is what it is. Got to get carb hardy. But yeah, Brady and I start ripping it here. And basically, we were gone. And that's a yield sign. But really what you gotta be able to do is, we dropped a lot of people with threshold efforts, but the VO2 max, you know, maybe people just haven't been training, but a lot of people just suffered with those. And not even really long ones. Like, you don't have to do 6 minute, 5 minute. 5x5 is classic, right? Do some 3 minute super hard bangers and do some hard start VO2 max efforts, because you're not VO2 maxing until you're really like in it. And you need to do that, because if people that are faster than you come to a group ride, you got to be able to go really hard. And we had this little roller, and I don't know why Brady's on the wrong side of the road, but he is. Don't do that. Get over this climb. And then we waited for everybody. So we waited for everybody. There's a regroup. And this is the sprint, which I was kind of like, you know, I'll probably just, I don't think Brady's feeling super awesome. And one of the last times, this last year, when I first started chilling with Brady, we went Sam on this sprint. And I turned right over the train tracks, and this dude rolls up. He's like, damn, yo, that was fast. Now look, it's Brady. And I'm like, dude, did you just come in second? He's like, yeah. Brady was a Cat 5, and he's been putting in that work, so he deserves that shout out, because he's got big kick. But as everybody knows, what we try and preach is, if you don't have the aerobic fitness to get yourself to the end, to be able to unleash that kick, I mean, it doesn't matter. And that's the one thing about the peddler that's like, there's so much stopping. It's not really great training, except for neuromuscular smashing. You know, if you want to get out and beat the rain and ride hard in 30-second spurts, this is the ride for you. If you want to train and actually get faster, you shouldn't do it that much. Because even this, like a group ride, look at like big group rides that are more like road races. Those are much better training. I'm not knocking people that do this ride all the time. I just want people to understand, like, don't look at this as training. This is just getting tired. Unless, read our blog of when is group ride appropriate. You know, if you're a new rider and you need to learn how to adjust to the staccato of a ride, or like the speed of a ride, then there's some benefit to it. But that's my whole point. There's so much stopping in this ride that you never really truly have to hold on. You just kind of like ride with other people that get dropped. Whereas if you were in a group ride where if you get dropped, you're by yourself for the next 30 minutes, you're going to go way harder. People just give up too easily on this ride, I think. So at this point, it's kind of going fast, but I was like, let's just launch from way out and see if somebody wants to drag race with me. So that's usually my go-to, that like 10 seconds over 1,000, and then just go as hard as I possibly can. And then we're going to fall down to the, I kept 7 for a really long time for me, which was good. And I had a season sprint PR from like 14 to 30 seconds, so that was cool. So I'm kind of turning the dial off of the FTP stuff, getting a little racy. The only thing, sorry Brady, got to call you out on this. Hey guys, can we stop doing this? This one turn, I almost went with him. I was like, don't be that guy. Everybody has to go way left, and that one time a car came and almost splattered some dude. But when you go way left, now you screw up the line for everybody else who's staying on the right side of the road. So that would be clutch if people stop doing that. I don't go to this ride long enough to be like, you kids can't do that. But someone's gonna get hit and they're gonna be really disappointed. So this is the road that's closed, which is why we flared all over the place. And joking. Some guy's like, you letting some rabbits go? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, letting some people up the road to catch, huh? I was like, that's the goal. And I think we're just too thin of a group at this point. Kind of goes sort of hard. Usually people are like taking off here, which is super fun. But it came down to just a drag race up the hill to Yates. And people that do this ride normally are like probably thinking this should be harder right now. But, you know, we're all coming out of COVID, so it's the first, one of the earlier group rides that people are doing, so everybody doesn't want to just rip it, which is cool. And as we coast down, we will go around this corner, and it's really a climb over a highway, and then it just, I don't want to say descent, a quick little downhill skadoodle, we'll call it, and then you rip it up to the stop sign. But I was by myself, so I didn't do it. Some guys go up the road, go right here. This is a fun climb to go hard on, and this little, I shouldn't say climb, this little popper is sometimes hurts when you're coming back from like 120 miles. You're just like, dude, it's 90 degrees, get me off this highway, or over this highway, and take off here. And then there's usually like 3 or 4 of us, and blank Miles, I think, is there, and you know, there's a couple other dudes coming in, and then you got to keep it fast down this, and maybe take a quick piece of respite, and then try and smash up the stop sign. But with 20 seconds left in the video, thanks for watching. Let me know in these videos. You know, it'll be better when it's a real race. I can give some more tactical stuff. I really just kind of want to get back in the groove of this and try and make these faster, so that I can put out some quality content for you. But yeah, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Shoot me a message if it sucked. That's about it. Hope you have some great legs coming into summertime. Till next time, see ya.